afternoon, everyone. It's 8/13, 2019, and I was praying yesterday, asking for the next message to receive from him, to ask him what would be the thing that he wants me to speak about right now that's of importance. And this video today is what I was given. I think this is all part of that warning between 9th of Ab and the last day of the Feast of Tabernacles. Between now and, in that time period, at least one or more major events to occur. First of all, Israel prepares for multi-front war. So right now they're training for a multi-front war, was what the article was speaking about. Israeli media officials and defense analysts have been warning about a multi-front war since 2017. They started talking about this. They expect their next war will be a multi-front war. They face challenges in Lebanon, Syria, West Bank, Gaza, and Sinai. Potential threats include paramilitary militias that could join into the future conflict by cutting through Syria to the battlefield, and Iranian-supplied precision-guided missiles based in Iraq. And Israel has several submarines. This was a new article that just came out, and they were talking about several submarines that are armed with weapons that could kill millions of people. And recently, the Israeli Navy has been conducting drills preparing for a massive quake. So I don't know if they know something we don't know in regards to that they're expecting, pressures building up over there or whatever. But we know one day there's supposed to be the largest earthquake ever to take place there when the Lord's feet, land on the Mount of Olives and split that thing in two. That day is coming, and not too distant future. Then there's the 9th of Ab Temple Mount riots, and that was what I was speaking about a second ago. On August 11th, police riots, tear gas, and injuries on Temple Mount as a group of Jews were threatened by Islamic Jihad and Hamas, threatened increased violence to keep a group of Jews from commemorating the 9th of Ab from coming into the Mount, as it was also an Islamic holy day. They placed a large photo of Egyptian leader Mohammed Morsi up at the entrance gate for Jews, saying no to the Trump peace plan, apparently in advance. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, if that's even going to make it. And I was warned to watch, again, like I said, between the 9th of Ab and the last day of the Feast of Tabernacles for a major event which will occur, a life-changing event. And I had Zechariah 12, 2 and 3, which I was supposed to read the other day, but for time's constraint, I passed it over. So I'm going to do that today, chapter 12, 1 through 3. The burden of the word of the Lord of Israel, saith the Lord, he stretches forth the heavens and layeth the foundation of the earth, and formeth the spirit of man within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in siege both in Judah and against Jerusalem. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burden of stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered against it. And then lastly, China War Hong Kong, the riots that are taking place at the Hong Kong airport. And, the Lord drew my attention to that. A hot spot to watch is Hong Kong riots, and the fact that Chinese troops are reportedly rumored that they may be on their way to do something about that as we speak. That came out earlier today, but this has been going on the last couple of days. The Chinese are becoming furious over trade war and also blame the U.S. for supporting the Hong Kong riots. This is the second day. All flights out of Hong Kong airport have been suspended. They are protesting the Chinese breaking up of the judicial system supporting democracy. And they were saying that 1 million Chinese travel through the Hong Kong airport each month. And so the last 2 days when the airport has been closed, anybody that was over there, Chinese business people that wanted to go back to China, or anybody that was maybe from China that was going to Hong Kong for some kind of business or to visit or whatever, nobody, the airport's been completely closed for the last 2 days, and so people would be trapped over there. Who knows how many Chinese are actually in Hong Kong right now, but if they wanted to go back to China for the last 2 days, they would have been stuck there, unable to go. And so, as you can see, that's not gonna, pressure is building up, and just the amount of, you can imagine the cost or something of like suspending all flights out of there for one day, and all the business delays and cancellations and meetings canceled, and sealing the deals on business things and everything just suspended, and who knows how much longer it's going to go on. It's hard to say. And for that, he gave me unbelievably, but I think all this stuff's linked, or some of this stuff we can see, you could actually see, how things are going to build up from this point on out. But during this time period, when it comes to these events, I just keep getting that there's surprise elements in it. There's things that are coming that, yes, we can see this thing here building up to some problem. But he gave me Revelation 16:12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial on the river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the king of the east might be prepared. Iran recently was begging China to intervene in the situation in the U.S. trade sanctions. So ultimately, they're going to wind up over there for that battle of Armageddon. So the kings of the east. So if we're not too far into the time period when this tribulation period, time of Jacob's trouble, is going to begin, that's 7 years, and we were 6 months from it. Well, then even the kings of the east, this Revelation 16:12, it's not really that far in the future. It's sooner than we think. All this is sooner than we think. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next upload.